Okay, we got another video coming. We have the same situation that we had earlier, and the problem is...
Thank you. So here's the city manager's office. Key to access. And this is, I guess, community development.
He's trying to get into restricted access areas.
There's some artwork on the walls here.
Which nobody cares about, including you. And you're letting them rummage through the area.
Ma'am, do you know if the city manager is available?
He's not. He's in
okay.
a meeting right now.
Thank you very much. So, employee break room. So you guys are foolish. What you're bolstering the fears in this building is what you're doing right now. And we're going to expose the crap out of you.
And you think he's your friend.
You should honor your oath and you should respect the people you work for. Instead of trying to...
And you should put this guy in his place, and you haven't done it. One thing that these officers did do, as did their lieutenant, they said, well, you probably know better than me, and you're a lot smarter than I am, and I didn't look it up, and you're very knowledgeable, and you're very good. They basically admitted how stupid they were to this guy earlier, and they admitted that they didn't know what they were doing. Cop, that's stupid. Let me illustrate why that's stupid.
Mr. Tyler, permission to speak freely. Of course, Chief. This is the Navy, where commanding officers a mighty and terrible thing. A man to be feared and respected, all-knowing, all-powerful. Don't you dare say what you said to the boys back there again. I don't know. Those 3 words will kill a crew. Dead. There's a depth charge.
Okay. As a cop, you should not go in the public and say, I don't know. You know better than I do. You should never put yourself on equal footing with these people. That's stupid. And if you don't care about yourselves and you want to get one in the back, that's fine. But you're also putting other people's lives in danger.
To be a tyrant and exercise people's fears. Not a good idea.
He's dishing out this shit, and the cops are eating it up. Cops, I just want to tell you, your job is not to suck on it. I mean, you are sucking on it, but that doesn't speak very well of you. Have some self-respect.
So I'm guessing this is the mayor and city council?
And you've got an armed gunman with a criminal history in your building? That's not very smart. The sign said no weapons on the property. Oh yeah, cops, you're doing a great job.
That's correct.
Thank you.
This is a small town with small town charm, historical heritage, and unique identity, while proactively addressing our needs and enhancing our quality of life.
Sounds like a good plan. We can put it into action. So council chamber, you can go in there.
You can't go in there.
There's part of it that is under construction.
Doesn't look like,
I think it might actually just be this outside hall over here, so that's the only place that they,
you're just
because of the
trying to give me a
construction.
directive, aren't you?
We're all informed that we're supposed to stay out of the construction, that's all I know.
Well, that's because you're a city employee and you have to follow policy. I don't. Policy doesn't affect me. I thought.
This is a restricted area, and of course he's going into it. Oh, I'm not interested in going in restrictive areas. This guy's a liar. And what is the cop doing? Oh, he's sucking on it. Okay, well, okay, you're a pussy. I get it.
Oh, I follow the law.
No, you don't.
This is not restricted access.
Anything that's under construction is restricted to the public right now. It's,
You would have to put up a sign that says restricted access construction zone.
A sign that
can't
you
expect people
ignore.
to know that. Just like you can't expect people to know that they can open carry in this building with the misleading sign you have on the front door that will be taken down soon.
No, it won't be taken down. Okay, he went in a restricted access area.
It's
The
an
cop
old
did
expression.
nothing.
When you find yourself in a hole, quit digging. You might want to try that.
Man, he's just sticking it up your ass, cop, and you're just taking it. Yeah, he's proving to social media that you're a pussy.
We could have had such a nice, cordial experience with each other here.
No, you couldn't. Yeah, you're really interested in the artwork.
Restrooms? So Boulder City Art Guild.
Notice the cop had his back turned on an
So
armed
the way
man.
restricted access works is like here, the doorway to this that you're trying to block off, there would have to be a sign here that says restricted for you not to be able to
okay,
walk.
well, but you're not gonna go through here.
Sure.
No, you're not,
Sure,
sir.
I wanna check
No.
out what's outside
Sir, you're
that
gonna
door.
start a disturbance in here if you do. I can show you the outside of that door from the outside of the
See,
building.
this is why I don't want you to follow me around.
Okay.
There's nothing here. Show me where it says restricted. Here, let's see where it says restricted here. There is nothing, sir. So I'd like to go take a look at that door. Is that okay?
Adam 3-1 Sam, are you still around?
Here's the deal. If you put a sign up there, he ignores it, and then he says, well, there's no sign. Why are you sucking the guy's dick? He's an armed gunman, and you don't even know his name. Okay? I mean, you're not only putting yourself in danger, you're putting other people in danger.
So you're not going to let me walk back there?
We've been instructed that this is closed to the public because of the construction for safety reasons.
So why wouldn't there be some yellow tape or a sign up or something?
I don't know because I'm not the one doing the construction, sir.
No, you're just trying to exercise authority because you're frustrated that you got beat.
Look, I read
That's what
through
it
the
is.
whole NRS and I agreed with you that that NRS.
Yeah, but now you're making up restricted areas that don't exist. It's all right.
No, he's not. And you're lying. Okay, to the cop, your supervisor is a pussy. That doesn't mean you have to be one.
Is this restricted too? Yeah, no. How do I know it's not restricted?
Oh, it's not under construction right now.
Because there's no sign.
So it's not under construction, that's why. It's
Do you
not-
really believe a normal person would walk in and see something that looks like it might be under construction? It's like, oh, that's a restricted area?
Ceiling and realize that that looks like a safety.
How much you want to bet that side door is open?
So, actually, that side door should be locked because it should be a key access or card key access.
Well, you also told me some other stuff about the sign on the front door, so I don't know.
I'm just telling you what I'm under the impression of. That's-
Well, I'm done with your impressions. I'd like to stick to what the actual facts of the law are.
Man, he's just sticking it up the cop's ass.
So far, you're betting 0 on that one.
Cop, have you no self-respect? Man, he is just shoving it up your ass.
So this is Public Works. Bathrooms back here. So this way is the Finance Department, business licenses, utility billing, and Public Works is behind us. Oh.
Hi.
We have some,
So
business-
Boulder
business
City
machines in here,
PD
there's
has the
coffee center,
pussiest
there's
cops
traffic
around.
maps in here.
Now every frauditor is going to come to Boulder City, Nevada, because they can push these guys around to no end.
So see, this is a restricted area, just so you know what they look like.
This guy is completely owning this cop. Mayor, you got a problem on your hands. You better address this one. I mean, whether you like it or not, you better address it.
Sign. Authorized personnel only. Key to
He doesn't honor those signs either. Previous videos prove that he goes there through anyway. This door is locked, so he can't get through. But it's not for lack of trying.
access. That's a restricted area. Even this is not a restricted area.
That's right. Bring your gun in there. Yeah, he's going to shoot somebody one of these days.
So there's the finance center.
He is going to do it. It's only a matter of time. Yeah, that's right. Turn your back on these armed gunmen that you don't know. Good job, cop. You never even got their name.
Treat a member of the public that shows up here to take a look at your building. I really do.
Man, he is just shoving it up the guy's ass.
They have these signs up all over the place.
Man, he is sticking it to the cops on social media. Cops, you ought to be embarrassed.
So are you knowledgeable about the law when it comes to your police department? Am I allowed to go over there open carry?
Oh, you told me I should stop digging a hole, so I'm just gonna walk around with you.
And there it is. An unknown gunman. You turned your back on him. He's belligerent. He's sticking up your ass. And what do? You turn your back on him. First, you act like a pussy. Then you turn your back on him. Dude, you need to get fired. I mean, if I was your chief, you wouldn't even get a chance to resign.
Well, celebrate your ignorance, man.
Man, he is just sticking it up his ass.
It's a shame. I really would have rather been cordial with you.
No, you
I
wouldn't.
said I give what I get.
You're a dick, Jason. I wonder if I should run for sheriff of one of these places. Boy, if I was running for sheriff, I would be putting these frauditors down. And I would make it stick. And, yeah, I wouldn't have a pussy force like this. I just tell you that right now.
So is that the whole building? Downstairs, this floor, that's it? All right, cool. Well, I appreciate you, Mark. Hopefully, I don't know what you'll do. Next time somebody shows up open carrying, you're going to call these guys again?
Depends on what happens at the end of the day today when my reports go in.
Okay, and we're going to try to get these signs taken down for you to make it a little more clear cut.
No, it won't make
Gentlemen,
it more
have a
clear
good day.
cut.
You too, sir.
All righty. And,
And you called him sir? Why don't you just suck his dick?
Are you ever gonna give me your name?
your chief will have it.
Just your first name.
Your chief and the mayor will have it.
Okay.
It'll be on the complaint form.
Okay.
All right. Thank you.
And he's going to file a complaint for him. Yeah. See what sucking his dick did for you?
Have a good day. Well, all right, guys. This is
You know, I said it before. I'll say it again. You should not try to appease these perpetrators. But, you know, what can I tell you? They're going to do so.
Despite the frequent accusations, McElroy was able to avoid convictions with the help of good old-fashioned hoodlum intimidation. More on that in a minute. Speaking of stealing things, McElroy met his future wife, Trina McLeod, when she was just 12 years old, and he was more than 20 years her senior. McElroy's courtship consisted of routinely following her school bus, honking and yelling at the driver until the bus pulled over and allowed him to abscond with her. Kind of hard to avoid stranger danger when your school bus driver can just be bullied into becoming an accessory to a kidnapping. But that's the kind of hold McElroy had on the people of Skidmore. Trina gave birth to the pair's first child when she was only 14, at which point, according to court records, she tried to escape him and return home to her parents.
This is exactly the type of person that Jason Gutter Trash is. That's why I'm pointing this out. Same type of person. Too much evidence to ignore. We've got history. Enough to predict the future.
But McElroy reportedly found her and took her right back to his house. Yeah, even Trina's parents were too afraid to stand up to him. Not without reason. McElroy grew angry when Trina's mother and stepfather refused to permit him to marry their underage daughter. So he allegedly returned to their home, killed their dog, and burned their house to the ground. He was indicted for statutory rape, arson, and assault, and Trenna and the baby were placed in a foster home. This only infuriated McElroy, who was seemingly emboldened by years of never being held accountable for his increasingly heinous deeds. He would sit outside the foster home and threaten to kidnap the family's biological daughter unless they let him take Trenna in what he described as a girl-for-girl exchange. McElroy was nothing if not a fan of blunt force abduction. According to Trenna's accounts, McElroy did finally succeed in marrying her in 1974, which allowed him to avoid any criminal charges for impregnating a minor. Because apparently you can do whatever you want to a child as long as you marry them afterwards? I don't get it. McElroy moved the young girl into the home he shared with his common-law wife, Alice. But even though he was legally married to Trenna, McElroy continued to father children with Alice. All told, the man had 11 children with 3 mothers. And although Trenna would later recant the story that led to McElroy's multiple indictments in an interview with People magazine after his murder, McElroy's predacious nature is a matter of public record. That's the drawback of doing all your crimes out in the open. You collect witnesses like pogs. In another of his numerous criminal interactions with the people of Skidmore, McElroy allegedly shot a farmer named Romaine Henry in 1976. Henry claimed he confronted McElroy for firing guns on his property. Rather than leave, McElroy chose to fire at Henry instead. While waiting for his court date, McElroy repeatedly drove his pickup truck to Henry's farm to try to intimidate him into dropping the charges. But Henry stuck to his guns. Get it? Because of yeah, you get it. Unfortunately, Henry's courage in the face of the town bully didn't amount to much. When a trial was finally set, McElroy managed to find 2 raccoon hunters who claimed he was with them and not on Henry's property.
Okay, this is just this guy, Jason Gutter Trash, reminds me of Kenneth McElroy. Same type of person, probably going to have the same results. It's only a matter of time, and it should unfold rather quickly. Anyway, I think this chief needs to start cleaning up his act and maybe setting an example. I don't know. It's not going to happen. Nothing's going to happen, and these frauditors are going to continue doing what they do. We all have to agree that the police are of no value.